And welcome out to Firestone Stadium here in Akron, Ohio on the Golden Bears Sports Network. It is the state championship game for Division II softball between the Bryan Golden Bears and the Canfield Cardinals here on the GBSN. Good afternoon, everybody from Akron. I'm Chris Malanga, and joining me beside today is Mark Rairigh. And Mark, what a game yesterday as the Lady Bears defeated Logan Elm 2-1 in the state semi.
I tell you what, Chris, what a beautiful day for ball. And yes, you were spot on. Yesterday, the Golden Bears, I would say in dominant fashion, controlled the game, and what an exciting finish there in the final innings. And you just had players step up and make plays, and that's what it's all about in these big games. So
absolutely. And to be the best, you got to beat the best. And the Lady Bears faced the number one seed, number one ranked team in the state in the Canfield Cardinals. They're 26-3, 7-1 in the All-American Conference. Bryan 22-5 now, 7-0 in the NWOAL. And Canfield, they're good. They have a senior pitcher we'll talk about here in a little bit who's going to Buffalo. And anytime you talk about that, we have things that we need to talk about with the team we're playing. So we're going to do that here shortly. It's the Oberlin Turnbull countdown to first pitch. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. I had a chance to chat with Bryan head coach Samantha Molina. You're going to hear that after this timeout on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malanga alongside Coach Samantha Molina of the Bryan Lady Bears. Making history again, going to the finals. That was a great game.
Yeah, really good game. Our girls definitely stuck that one out and were able to finish it, which was awesome. So excited to go to the finals with them.
Earlier in the season, in the tournament, we talked about how you guys won it with a long ball. Amaya Langham made her first home run, then her second home run. Kaylee Thiel had home runs. But today it was more about small ball and getting runners around. And talk a little bit about that, how you guys handled that.
Yeah, I think, we were making contact with the ball. We just weren't, hitting it where we needed to or kind of hitting it right to people. So it's awesome to have base runners on so you can make them make plays, make those little things happen. So we do a good job with the small ball stuff, and our girls kind of came around and were able to accomplish that today, which was awesome.
So through 5 innings, it was a whole bunch of zeros across the board, and then you guys get that first run in, and you're thinking, okay, but then they come out and get a run. So at that point, what's kind of going through your mind and the team's mind? Because I think runs were at a premium today.
Yeah, I think you get one run, makes you a little bit comfortable, and not too comfortable. One's not very many, but just trying to stay calm and stay focused. At least at that point, I felt like one bomb wasn't going to totally put us out of it. So that made us feel a little more comfortable in that sense. However, then they got that one back right away. So it's like, all right, we're back to kind of a 0-0 game. But the girls stayed loose. They didn't put a ton of pressure on themselves, which was awesome, and they worked out of some tough situations. So glad to see that they kind of persevered through those big moments and were able to hold them to only one run.
So you get another run, and then you go into the top of the 7th inning, 3 outs, all you have to do, and Thea gets out of it with her defense on 4 pitches. Talk about that a little bit.
I think by that point she was just feeling it, right? She was feeling herself. She was ready to go, kind of working to finish it off, so that was awesome. Obviously, she threw really well, and then the defense behind her was great.
Tell me about the way the team was after that victory. Like, what was the thought? Like, I'm sure they were excited, but what did they have to say?
They were super excited. They were ready to go. They were obviously just kind of elated, and our seniors talked at the end. I had Ella and Kaylee with me in the press conference area, and they were just talking about how good it feels to kind of finish their senior year off like this and wear those purple and yellow uniforms one more time.
So let's talk about the crowd today. Obviously, we couldn't stream the game. We had a lot of people watching the live stats and on the radio and got a lot of comments about that. What about that purple wave that was with us in Firestone Stadium?
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird time because it's on middle of a Friday afternoon and also in the middle of summer. But they came out, people were there to support, and our girls love that. They love everything about our community and know that they're there to support them every step of the way.
So tomorrow you do something that hasn't been done since 1975, and that is play in a state final game. What are your just initial thoughts as a coach?
Yeah, obviously that's extremely cool that our girls are able to accomplish that. We've talked about so many times how athletic these girls are, and I think so deserving of that. So glad to see that those seniors are able to get that before they're done with softball for good. So really cool. They're actually still pretty calm, so I'm glad to see we're just kind of doing ourselves and ready to go.
You're facing a Canfield team, 1-3-0. They have a pitcher that's got a .66 ERA. You guys have faced good pitching all year long. This is nothing different, but it's really probably hard to turn things around quickly and scout another team.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about just seeing if we could pull up their video from the other day or from today and watch that game a little closer. Obviously, we were warming up during their game time, so get as much as we can in a little bit of time that we got, but also, not push ourselves too hard to the point where we can't just enjoy the moment either.
Yeah, that's absolutely very, very important. And, really, you said all season long, you can control what you can control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously, anyone that gets this far, pitching's so key in softball, so they always have good pitchers when you get to this point, but we also have that on our side too. So I think it'll definitely be a pitcher's battle out there, and hopefully we can roll around and make some things happen.
How exciting would that be to be a state champion?
Let's get there. I'm obviously super exciting, but I hope we get there first, and then we can just enjoy all the celebration.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I wish you the best of luck as you face Canfield.
Thank you.
Coach Samantha Molina of the Bryan Lady Bears is going to take this time out, come back with more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Welcome back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malanga, Mark Rairigh here with you. The two teams are meeting at the plate. Our two coaches. And boy, oh boy, it's Canfield and Bryan. Going to be exciting. Canfield 26-3. Final state ranking was number 1. They're averaging 7.6 runs per game with a team batting average of 360. And they've got a couple of really stellar players. I mean, their whole team's good, but a couple really stellar players.
I mean, Chris, you said it right there. You have two all-state pitchers that are going to be duking it out in today's game. Bryan, obviously, with Thea Staten, who will control the center circle. And then we got to talk about Milena Toth.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, let's just rattle off a few stats with her. This is her second year being first-team all-state. If you look at her career stats, she has 6 no-hitters. She has 60 career wins. She has 11 shutouts, and she's at 298 total strikeouts for the season.
And 800 for the career.
That is unreal, unreal. So you're playing against basically a living legend in the center circle today, and but that won't stop the Golden Bears. Take a look at our batting stats and our averages. We've got some players that can hit. We've got some players that can get the job done when it counts most. So our team is built for this. I think we're ready for the challenge. You know, if you take a look at our just quick team stats here, we have multiple players hitting well over 300. I would say the top of our lineup can rival anybody in the state. Yeah. Obviously, here we are in the state championship, but doesn't go on I guess, unmatched as you look at the hitting stats for Canfield. They themselves, 8 of their 9 players hitting over 300. And you know what's unique is their 9 hole is hitting 433. Typically you see.
She's actually not hit it. She's actually just their field player, their left fielder. Which when I put that number in last night, that confused me.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. That's an outstanding stat.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Canfield. A couple of notable things with them. They defeated Austintown Fitch with their only regular season loss. They finished state runner-up last season, and I read some of the articles in the Mahoning Valley media, and they talked about how this was their revenge tour since they lost in the finals last year, and this is their third appearance in the state finals. So they want this one, but so do the Golden Bears.
Oh, absolutely. You could just feel the excitement and energy in the stadium right now with this being our first appearance at this level and on this stage. The girls look relaxed. They look like they're ready to come out. They look like they're ready to have some fun. So I'm excited to see what this game brings. And we know it really comes down to, every pitch counts. And at this level, you got to be the team that makes less errors, and you got to be the team that's able to get the clutch hit in that tough count in those late innings. And you just never know what will happen. You got to put the ball in play and make the other team make a play and hope for the best.
Just like yesterday, I think runs are going to be at a premium this one. Well, this one's coming up. Two teams have never met. This is the first meeting of Bryan and Canfield. It's brought to you by Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Krill Funeral Services, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger, and Starks Plumbing and Heating. Going to take this 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll meet our game officials, see if we can grab some keys to the game, and be back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network here on Q96.5. Chris Malanga, Mark Rairigh here with you. And let's meet our umpires. George Goulis will be behind the plate. Raymond Isla will be the first base umpire. John Fazio, the second base umpire. And Andrew Guzowski is your third base umpire. And I really like the fact that they have 4 umpires at a state final. It's even a state semifinal.
Oh, it makes a huge difference when you have an umpire at third, second, and first base as well as home plate. You have eyes covering all aspects and angles of the field, so it's a big difference maker.
All right, so let's see if we had some keys to the game or some notes about both these two teams.
Yeah, I'm going to focus on the Bryan Golden Bears. So this is their first time on this big stage. And I think when you look at what they've done and the history that they've already created, when you get to this moment, you really just want to focus on playing your game. That's key number one. Play your game. Don't get caught up in the elements surrounding you. Focus on what got you here and who you are. Beyond that, when you get into the game itself, you want to limit errors. Baseball, softball, it's a game of who can make less mistakes. So if they can limit their errors and limit the damage that those might create, you're going to be putting yourself in a very good position to set yourself up for victory. And third, you have to have fun. You have to embrace this moment. And when they are on the field, they're doing starting lineups right now, you have to look at the support you have. You have to look at the community support. You have to look at the people who have traveled 3+ hours to be here for you. And you have to look at the opposing team and kind of feed off the energy they're also bringing to the stadium. So if they focus on themselves and take care of their business, I think it's going to be a great outcome today, Chris.
It will be, and they're announcing the lineups here. We'll do the same here momentarily. Right now in Akron, 80 degrees, cloudy skies. Aren't expected to get any rain during the game today, but winds could be an issue. Winds are gusting up to 15 miles an hour, so that could be a little bit of an issue. Right now, it appears their wind is blowing from right to left, so balls hit to left field might have a little bit extra juice. Let's meet the lineup for the Bryan Lady Bears. Leading off and playing shortstop, the freshman, number 4, Amaya Langham. Your catcher bats second, number 5, the senior, Ella Voigt. Your pitcher, the sophomore, number 13, Thea Staten, will bat third. Kaylee Thiel, the senior first baseman, will bat fourth and wear number 21. Mackenzie Blevins, your designated player and sophomore, wearing number 22, will bat fifth. Josie Arnold, the second baseman, a sophomore, will bat sixth and wear number 2. Miley Vollmer is your third baseman today, and she will wear number 15, and she's a sophomore, batting 7th. Tabitha Taylor, the left fielder, a senior, batting 8th. And Marley Yoder, the center fielder, will bat 9th. The field for Canfield looks like this. Milena Toth is your pitcher. Leah Figueroa is behind the dish. Macy Kalina is your first baseman. Sydney Lutz, your second baseman. Marina Koenig, your shortstop. Sammy Economist is your third baseman. And across the outfield, Alexis Johnson, Jenna Treveri, and Faith Morrell out there in the outfield. And when you look at number 5, Marina Koenig, she's spelled like Koenig, like we would say, but, Koenig here today.
Hey, I'm glad you made note of that because it is very similar to the Koenig that we're familiar with. So.
Absolutely. So that's the starting lineups here, and boy, very exciting here for the Bryan Golden Bears. Good contingent of Lady Bears fans. Got lots of purple and gold, and even out in the outfield, we got some Bryan fans out there in the sun. Yeah. So, and let's take a look at the Canfield batting order now. Leading off and playing center field, number 1, Jenna Treveri. She's a sophomore. Sydney Lutz will bat second, and she's a second baseman, a junior. Malena Toth, your pitcher. She is a senior, batting third. Leah Figueroa, your catcher, a sophomore, will bat fourth, and she's the highest batting average on the team with a .476. Faith Morrell, your right fielder, a senior, number 20, will bat fifth. Batting sixth, your designated player, number 21, Kaylee Ortiz, a sophomore. Batting seventh, Marina Koenig, the shortstop, a junior. Batting eighth, Macy Kalina, the first baseman, a senior. And batting ninth, Sammy Economist, the third baseman, a sophomore. So a couple of sophomores on a team that, is very well experienced and, same as the Golden Bears.
Yeah, I would say, you look up and down both teams' lineups, very evenly matched. And, the sophomores, they have no fear. They don't know what to think. They don't know what they don't know. So
right.
that's probably a good thing for both teams.
So, this is the first trip to the state finals for the Lady Bears. The last time the Bears won it all was 1975 with the baseball team. I was talking to Tim Stride, who's the media coordinator for the OHSAA, and he was saying that, he's really surprised that how much recent success this class has had, particularly seniors. And when you look at these senior class that had 3 soccer NWL championships, 4 basketball championships, and now 3 softball championships in there, it's unheard of.
It is, and what an incredible way to just cap off this journey from their entry to their high school career as freshmen to now their final senior days. I guess we'll still call them seniors, even though graduation was a week ago.
Exactly.
And I know they want to go out with a bang, and they have written history. They want to continue to write history, and I think we're going to witness some more history right in front of our eyes today, Chris.
Absolutely. We'll talk real quickly about this beautiful facility at Firestone Stadium. Very historic. It's going to be 100 years old next year. They put turf down a couple of years ago. 200 down the foul lines, 225 to dead center field. They don't have anything marked in the alleys, but really a hitter's park here, and with the wind shifting and now looking like it's blowing in, could change things just a little bit.
You're right. And that turf did come into play yesterday. Ella Voigt stepped up to the plate when we needed a run and to get on the board. She hit one in the right center gap, and when it hits, it really rolls. And it did make its way to the warning track and fence, and that allowed our run to score. And then on the infield, I would say we've seen multiple suicide squeeze attempts.
Yep.
And the ball does scoot, and it moves quicker than anticipated. So you really have to get that drop bunt down in those bunting situations for both teams if you're going to play the small ball game.
Absolutely. Well, we're about ready to get this one underway. This has been the Oberlin Turnbull Countdown to First Pitch. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. All right, we are going to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have the first pitch right after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga and Mark Rairigh here from Firestone Stadium in Akron, Ohio. It is the Bryan Lady Bears, 22-5 overall, 7-0 in the NWOAL, facing the Canfield Cardinals, 26-3, 7-1 in the All-American Conference. Now a little bit of trivia, Mark, about these Canfield Cardinals. When I was in high school at Warren John F. Kennedy, Canfield was in our conference, and they kind of did not like the fact that my school won a lot and another small school won a lot, so they formed a new league around us my senior year, and so we were no longer in the same league. So a little bit of history with the Canfield Cardinals.
So the Big Ten must have taken note from that history, I'm sure. That's
right.
Why they're expanding so much.
There is a picture somewhere out there of a group of us seniors with all the pennants that were in our gym broken over our knees in the courtyard of our school after we were kicked out of the conference. So
hey, everyone's got their claim to fame.
That's
and
right.
That's where it all started for you, Chris.
That's
That's
so
fantastic.
All right, well, we are about ready to get this one underway. Malanga Toth, 141.2 innings pitched. She's got a 19-3 record on the season and a .69 ERA. And it'll be interesting to see. My prediction was when I looked at these lineups that I think both teams are going to struggle the first time through these pitchers, and then we're going to see some adjustments as the second time through.
Oh, absolutely. You have to get through that first round and see the pitchers, their off speed, what the speed of maybe their rise ball is and their fastball. It comes down to timing. So you're exactly right. Once we can get ourselves through the lineup, and that's why it's key if you can draw a walk, an extended inning, and find ways to get on base, maybe draw or force an error. It only allows you to get those extra at bats, which then as you get deeper into the game will pay off. So
Canfield has an average run scoring of 7.6 runs a game. However, in their game yesterday, they only scored 3 runs, and most of the runs, I know at least the first one was a long ball home run, and I think the second one might have been a homer as well. So Amaya Langham will check in and lead off here.
Yeah, Maya's sitting on the season right now, 394 with a 452 on-base percentage, so she does find her way on the base pass quite often here. And she draws some walks with 9 drawn walks throughout the season.
First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1.
Each pitcher finds their groove, and sometimes it just have to find the rhythm. So we'll see how quickly Malanga Toth finds her rhythm in this game.
That's in there for a called strike 2, right down the middle.
Infield playing Amaya pretty much straight up. Outfield, if anything, shading slightly towards right center, out in center field.
Next one swung on and missed, so Amaya Langham goes down with a strikeout. And that'll bring up catcher Ella Voigt.
The Golden Bears in the dugout will take note of that. That was a 0-2 off-speed pitch up in the zone. It was hittable, but the speed difference did create the challenge for Amaya.
First pitch to Ella Voigt is a called strike as well.
Ella's hitting .349 on the season with 29 overall hits. The outstanding stat with her is the 17 RBIs. I mean, those are just
called strike on that one too.
Those are always very timely from Ella.
5 pitches, all strikes from Malanga Toth.
Kind of choke up here, 0-2 count, protect. The zone gets a little bigger at times.
Outside ball. Canfield fans wanted the out right there. But Voigt works a 1-2 count.
The pace of Malanga Toth is fairly fast so far.
That one is a rise ball up high. Count is even at 2 apiece.
When she gets the ball back from the catcher, she takes a few steps beyond the rubber, but then steps right back up. A little different pace than yesterday. We saw a little slower pace, a little more time between pitches.
The 2-2 offering. Down low, she works the count full. After going down 0-2, Ella's done a really nice job watching the ball.
And that's exactly what you need right now, get her deep into counts, extend every pitch and every ounce of the inning that you can. Try to wear on her.
Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled back, first base side, out of play, and into the seats.
That's a great battle there by Ella. Way to fight that off, because even if she did get a piece of that, it's probably hit softly to the right side of the field. So great piece of hitting by Ella so far.
She does have 19 walks on the season. And she swings and misses. So 2 down here. Top of the first inning, no score on the main stop scoreboard. Main stop's open. We need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday. Every Thursday, the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Well, Toth is as advertised.
She is, and she does a good job mixing up her speeds. She works high and low in the zone.
Here's Thea Staten. She swings at strike 1.
Golden Bears struggling to get any timing right now, and a lot of the pitches that they're missing are up in the zone. They're up at the letters.
Next one. Out, low and outside. Ball 1.
It's good discipline there by Thea. Thea, by the way, hitting .458 on the season. And if she can connect with one here to extend the inning, that's only going to benefit the Golden Bears.
Swung on, bouncing ball foul. Makes the count 1-2.
Malanga Toth wastes no time getting ahead of the count. She's been ahead with every at bat thus far, and we'll see what she tries to mix it up with here on a 1-2 count with Thea Staten.
And I feel like she's throwing pretty hard, so if anything, it's good contact. It might be able to give it a ride. The 1-2 swung on. Staten bloops one into right field, and that is a single, and she falls down, crawling back, and hopefully she's okay.
That is a great piece of hitting by Thea Staten. Down 1-2 in the count, fought that off. A little single or a C&I single over the second baseman's glove into right field, shallow right field, but did exactly what we needed to do, extend the inning, and now you're dangerous. You never know what can happen here.
She broke up the no-hitter.
That's always a good thing in inning 1.
This will bring up Kaylee Thiel, the first baseman. She bats with 2 down here, top of the first inning. Runner on is Thea Staten. First one to Kaylee is a ball high. So Toth not getting the high count to a high call today.
Kaylee with her .333 batting average, and she does have 3 home runs on the season, and you just never know with her. She's always able with her power to put one over the fence at just the right time.
Check swing called strike, so the count's 1-1. Staten remains at first base. She has 7 stolen on the year, but I think base runner is going to be at a premium, so don't want to do anything silly here in the first inning. Pitch fouled back first base side.
With the speed of Malanga Toth, you do see the outfield shading a little bit towards right field, especially center field. And right now you have corners in, first base and third base in, but up the middle they're playing pretty much straight up.
And there's a big gap there. Check swing, and they appeal to first. They say she didn't go around. That's why you have 4 umps on the base path.
And that was good discipline there by Kaylee. She saw the rise ball coming right up at the letters and under the chin, and she was just able to hold back to keep this at-bat going.
2-2 offering coming from Toth. That is swung on. Bouncy ball over to the third baseman. Gloves, and she is out. So the Bears get a runner aboard, but a ground out ends the inning. So for Bryan, no runs on 1 hit. No errors, and they leave a man stranded. We head to the bottom of the first inning. The main stop scoreboard shows 0-0. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Mark Rairigh here with you. It is 0-0. Bears came to bat in the top of the first inning and got a hit, but couldn't get Thea Staten around. And the Bears will go to work here defensively. Jenna Treveri, Sydney Lutz, and Malanga Toth here, 1, 2, and 3 hitters here for the Canfield Cardinals. So after the first 2 strikeouts, I was getting a little nervous when the first 2 struck out, but after the first 2, Bears are able to take some pitches and get a little bit more comfortable and get that single.
Yeah, you can notice after the first 2 at-bats that we started to settle in just a bit. Thea, obviously, with the single that looped into right field, but even the amount of foul balls and making contact started to increase. So that's a good sign for the Golden Bears. And, you know, what a showcase. We just go from one all-state pitcher to the next as Thea State now takes the mound, and she is locked and ready to go, it looks like.
Yes, she is. And, you know, the thing that's been great about this entire team is they've kept the energy up, and Thea more than anybody else, she's the cheerleader out there. And, you know, when she gets frazzled, she just takes a walk and she's better. You know, she's able to keep herself up here. So this will bring up Jenna Treveri, your center fielder for Canfield.
Yeah, we're going to see a very aggressive approach here by this lineup. Jenna is hitting .359 on the season. She has 12 RBI, 4 triples, has drawn 15 walks, and only has struck out 15 times.
First pitch of ball on the outside corner. Oh, wait, did he call that a strike?
He did.
Okay. Strike on the outside corner. The 0-1. That's another called strike. Boy, this delayed strike call is confusing.
The umpire yesterday, the umpire and crew today, they want to make sure they get that call right, I guess.
All right, quickly 0-2 to Treveri. Ooh, she held up for a ball, just a little too outside. 1-2 the count.
That's a great miss there by Thea. Tried to get her waving on the pitch on the outside corner and left it just far enough outside that she laid off. But
the 1-2 swung on, hit in the air. Left field coming in, making the grab is Tabitha Taylor.
Excellent work by Tabitha Taylor there, sticking with that ball. That wind is increasing as the game goes on, and that breeze now strong from right to left. You can see it tailing back towards the left field foul line. So excellent job there by Tabitha.
Yeah, and she called, you know, Maya Langham was starting to head back too, and she called her off. This brings up Sydney Lutz, the second baseman. 1 down here, bottom of the first inning, no score on the main stop scoreboard. First pitch to her, must have been
just a bit
inside. Yep. So ball 1.
Thea already doing a great job of mixing inside, outside, and working high and low with the hitters. Sydney Lutz is hitting .372 on the season.
That's swung on. That'll be one that gets past Miley Vollmer. They get it in quickly, goes all the way to the corner, and this might be a triple, but she stops at second base. So Canfield with their first hit of the game.
That ball just stayed fair as it bounced over to third base, and that's good for her 5th double of the season.
And this will bring up the pitcher, Milena Toth, with a runner on second and 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning.
Milena also is a workhorse at the plate. She hits .328. She has 10 RBIs on the season. Has struck out 18 times.
First pitch to her, called strike on the inside corner. You can see the different umpiring styles last night. You couldn't buy a strike on the inside corner, but the outside corner was fair game, and here the inside corner is in play.
Today that strike zone looks to be a bit more expanded.
Swung on, and that'll be a foul ball as Vollmer touches it in foul territory. So quickly 2 strikes on Toth.
That's a really good play there by Vollmer to touch that in foul territory and kill that. With a runner on second base and that threat, you don't want to risk an overthrow at first base on a bang-bang play. So excellent job by her.
The 0-2 offering coming to Toth. Struck her out, called strike 3. Toth goes down to Staten for out number 2.
What an outstanding mix there by Thea. The speed that she reduced on that pitch had to be 15 miles an hour slower than the previous pitch. So outstanding piece of work there on the mound by her.
This will bring up their leading hitter, Leah Figueroa, their catcher and the number 4 hitter.
And she is a workhorse at the plate, 476 on the season.
First pitch to her is inside and low, ball 1.
She is a deep ball threat. She does have 10 home runs on the season, has drawn 11 walks, but overall she has 40 hits and 40 RBIs. So there's a reason she's hitting in the 4 spot.
Next one to her is the outside corner, so 2-0 to Figueroa.
The Golden Bears playing pretty much straight up in the field. Corners in slightly, runner on second.
The 2-0, high, ball 3. Lutz is out there on second base, and she is on her knee like she's a track star, pushing off the base like a block.
Ella Voigt started to take notice of that. As you notice after that last pitch, she stepped out in front of the plate to make a motion that she may throw down all the way to second to try to keep her honest out there.
3-0 pitch coming. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk. So runners at first and second, 2 down now. Good news is there's a force.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Chris, nothing hurt there. A walk with first base open hurts nothing. Now you got to force it into base here with Faith Morrill up at the plate.
She's your right fielder today.
She hits .368 on the season. She does have 19 RBI, so she is a threat. And she does have 3 doubles and 2 triples on the season. However, no home runs.
First pitch to her, inside corner, but called a ball.
Ella did a good job of framing that pitch. It may have just caught the inside, but the umpire thought it was just a bit too tight on Faith.
The 1-0 swung on, fouled back to the screen. So that splits the count at 1-1. Good to see Thea get a strike there.
You know, you got to look at all factors in the game, and right now as the sun is starting to swing more and more westward and potentially start setting, you see left fielder Tabitha Taylor shielding her eyes from the sun, so that is also a big factor in a game like this.
Swung on and missed. Morrell with a 1-2 count now.
And this is where Thea has a wide open playbook. Up 1-2, she has a variety of off-speed pitches, or she can stay with the heat and work it up. So Faith is definitely on her heels in this at bat right now.
The 1-2, outside corner, splits it at 2 apiece.
2 outs, so you see the corners playing a little deeper, keeping everything in front of them. Outfield playing straight up.
The 2-2 hits her. That loads the bases. That's the 4th hit by a pitch Satan has had this year.
Thea was really trying to work up and in on the hands on that pitch on the 2-2 count. One just got away from her just a little bit. But the fact that there are 2 outs doesn't really hurt too much at this point. We still can get that force, I think, bag and get out of this jam.
This will bring up Kaylee Ortiz, the designated player. The thing is here, you know, usually you don't get a bunt with 2 outs, but they might try a squeeze here. So we got to be cognizant of that fact.
Oh, very much so, and I think we'll see our corners start to creep in here with that threat. Macy hitting .338 on the season.
First pitch to her, swings inside, ball 1.
She does have 3 home runs, but is prone to the strikeout. Struck out 14 times this season.
The 1-0 swung on into left field. That's going to score 1, 2, and the third one being waved around too. And so with a 3-0 lead for Canfield as they hit a triple or a double into left field. And that went all the way to the wall.
Yeah, she got the barrel of the bat on that one, and that one just continued to ride. Very tough play for Tabitha Taylor to try to run that down. She tracked it down as well as she could. But unfortunately, that did clear the bases with a double here early in the first inning.
So 3-0 Cardinals. Lady Bears are going to have their work cut out for them. Koenig comes up, the shortstop, and she will bat with 2 outs here. So a 2-out double by Kaylee Ortiz. The difference.
Koenig batting .323 on the season. Also, you know, their lineup from top to bottom
is a good team.
It's a threat. At this point, you want to do what you can to get out of this, out of this inning, get back in the dugout, regroup.
That swung on, fouled off third base side.
Koenig and all the others have had a very aggressive approach to the plate.
Yes, they have.
If there is a ball within the strike zone area, they're definitely taking a hack at it. It paid off for them on that last at bat with Macy Kalina now standing on second.
Swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch was nasty.
That right there, though, Thea took advantage of that aggressiveness. That off-speed pitch dropped as it was approaching the plate, and really the hitter stood no chance.
Next one swung on. This is popped straight out on the roof, and will hit the city streets.
It's a souvenir for somebody behind us. Well, here Thea again is in control of the situation. She's up 1-2 in the count. She saw that her off-speed pitch helped drastically earlier in the count.
Called strike 3. Well, for Canfield, 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left aboard. We head to the top of the second inning with the main stop scoreboard showing 3-0 in favor of Canfield. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 3-0. Canfield took a lead in the bottom of the first inning after a double from Kaylee Ortiz, the designated player, that cleared the bases. Bases were loaded, and so that was rough.
Yeah, we just talked about that situation, that nothing was hurt there. Bases loaded, had 2 outs, had a force in the bag, but she did. She found the barrel of the bat on the ball just out in left center field, past Tabitha Taylor, the left fielder, who took a good route and good angle and had to play it off the wall and got it in as quickly as possible. But now the Bears have to claw themselves back into the game here.
This will bring up your designated player, Mackenzie Blevins, and Mackenzie's due for a good hit right here. First one to her is a called strike.
Yeah, Mackenzie's hitting .240 in the season, and I think you said it best, Chris. She's due, and you just feel that she's going to finally find that one hit that breaks her open a little bit.
That's outside, ball 1.
The Golden Bears playing pretty much straight up in the hitter's box, not too deep.
The 1-1 offering. Just outside again. That was close.
You know, from up here, it might look like it's catching a piece of the corner, but from down there, it might be just a little bit more outside than we think.
And the umpire will call time here. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what the conversation is. He went over to the Bryan dugout. I don't know what that was all about, but
I'm not sure either, because you know, the call went to our advantage on some of those close, tight calls there.
2-1 offering, swung on and missed.
Blevins was right on that.
Yep, she was.
Still trying to figure out timing here with a 2-2 count.
And a good pitch, really good pitcher in the circle. 2-2, outside and low. 3-2.
And that's one thing we've noticed from Toth so far, is just her ability to mix it up. She's not predictable. She remains in command of the situation.
Payoff pitch. That'll be a walk for Blevins. So a base runner with nobody out here in the top of the second inning, and Josie Arnold coming to the plate.
That's really good discipline there by Blevins. You know, one thing we didn't note yet is the way Toth delivers the ball. She does have an over-the-head windup as she's getting into her pitch, and that is can be deceiving to get your timing, so great discipline by her. And that brings up Josie, who is hitting .333 on the season.
First one to her outside. No, he called that on the corner. Strike 1. Josie, of course, had that big hit against Defiance to break that one open, break that log jam in the 8th inning.
Josie's always a threat.
Yep.
No matter what the count, no matter what the situation. She's seen almost every scenario. as she finds herself here battling 0-2 now.
Yep, called strike on the outside corner. The 0-2. And we call that a strike or a ball? No, we called that a ball. The way she walked away, I thought she got rung up, but he.
There's a lot of question there by many people on what that call was.
All right, so 1-2 now to Arnold. Swing on and miss. Another strikeout.
Well, Lady Toth, again, going back to a rising fastball there. That is the third or fourth time she's gone to the riser.
And that's the third strikeout for Toth here. And that'll bring up Miley Vollmer, number 15. And here's another kid that is in desperate need of a hit.
Yep.
She has had some great defensive plays throughout this OHSAA tournament. Now they need her bat. First pitch outside, ball one.
And it only takes one. You know, she's made, as you noted, some outstanding defensive plays. Sometimes that can carry itself over into the next at bat. Let's hope it does that right here.
The 1-0 offering down the middle for a called strike.
Toth again keeping the hitters on their heels with one out here. Blevins on first base.
The 1-1 pitch swung on, foul back, first base side.
So being down 3 runs here early in the game changes your approach a little bit at the plate. Coach Molina would probably like to play a little bit more small ball if she could, but right now she can't afford to give up too many outs.
The 1-2 coming, swung on and missed. Another strikeout, and that's 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Tabitha Taylor coming to the plate. Tabitha, the hero of yesterday's game, putting that ball into center field that led to the Bears win the 2-1.
Anytime you can execute a suicide squeeze, that only uplifts your team, right?
First pitch to her, she shows bunt. It is going to be a called strike. Blevins at first.
And with Tabitha showing bunt, high likelihood she continues to show. She's hitting 196 on the season, but can really drop these when needed.
That's on the outside, so that splits it at 1 apiece.
Good discipline there by Tabitha to draw back after she squared around for the bunt.
Looks to bunt again, pulls it back.
Toth trying to keep her in a situation where if she does make contact on a bunt, that it's either going to be popped up or dead into the ground close enough to the catcher where they can get their easy out.
There's a strike. I have them at 2-2. I'll have to see if the official. Nope, they got 3-2, so I missed one somewhere.
Yeah, full count here. We'll see if Tabitha stays with the bunt here. 2 outs. Blevins on first base.
Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. All right, well, the Bears, no runs, no hits, no errors. They did leave one aboard, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Canfield leads the Bears 3-0. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Are you hungry at all?
I'm just enjoying the popcorn.
If you want something, just let me know.
Five seconds. Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network. 3-0 Canfield as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And, you know, the Lady Bears gave up 3 in the bottom of the first after a double by Kaylee Ortiz.
Yeah, Kaylee Ortiz connected on that one. And Thea Staten, usually when a pitcher gets in a situation like that, it's much easier to go in the dugout, calm yourself down, and come out collected. Right now, if she can settle into her groove, still a lot of softball left to play in this game. So if we can just find a way to get a short inning, keep the hitters off balance, still plenty of time remaining.
Macy Kalina is your player here up to bat. She's first baseman. First pitch to her is a called strike.
Yeah, she's hitting .338 on the season, 22 overall hits, 16 RBI, does have 3 home runs, so is a deep ball threat as well. And I feel like that's true if you look up and down their lineup with nearly anyone.
That is swung on to center field. Yoder giving chase, puts it away. Nice job there by Marley Yoder to make that catch, judge the win, and that'll bring up the bottom of the order, the third baseman, Sammy Economist.
Great job there by Thea, keeping the hitter off balance, getting her to have a soft line out to center field, and Marley sticking with that hit to get us the first out of the inning. And in quick fashion.
The number 9 hitter is Economist. First pitch to her. Inside, called strike. Boy, that was really delayed.
It was. And Sammy Economist hitting .267 on the season. 6 doubles, 14 RBI. No home runs. Has drawn 7 walks.
That one was too far inside, makes it 1-1.
I think Thea is still getting a feel for this umpire strike zone.
That's a swing and a miss. Big swing by Economist.
Thea again working ahead in the count, which is what you like to see. See if she can use her arsenal of pitches here to keep the hitter off balance and secure out number 2.
The pitch. Oh, they want to appeal, and they say she did not go around. Check swing. You know, when you're the bottom of your order is batting .267 and she's the lowest batting average, you know that's a good lineup right there.
Yeah, as we were just saying just a few moments ago, from top to bottom, there is no letdown in this lineup, and I think that's showing.
Swung on, fouled back. She protects, makes the count 2-2.
That's showing here, even with the 9 hitter who's battling right now at a 2-2 count, and there is definitely not an easy out in this lineup.
Thea looks. It's the sign. The pitch. Inside corner. They're going to say it was a ball inside. That makes the count full. Brian Faithful wanted a called strike there.
Yeah, you could sense that from all of the Brian Faithful in the dugout as well. That one must have just been a tad too tight inside.
Payoff pitch coming. Swung on and missed.
Great mixture there by Thea, going up and in. She tried the inside corner of that last pitch, didn't get the call. This time she went up and in on the fists. The hitter, Economist, swung around without contact.
Makes the third strikeout for Thea Staten on the night. This will bring up the top of the order, Jenna Treveri, who is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field her first time up.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of Ks on our score sheets today, Chris.
I think so. First pitch to her, swung on, fouled. She turned on it. Just be strike 1.
Thea looks a lot more comfortable this inning. Second time out. They have just turned over the lineup for the first time. So we'll have to be cognizant of the fact that they've already gotten a look at her.
Next one, and they must have said that was low, because that looked like across the middle of the plate. And again, oh, that one, nope, they said ball. 2-1. Thought he was raising his arm to give us the strike call. No such luck.
Umpiring is not an easy job.
No, it is
From
not.
our angle up here, those are extremely close pitches.
That's why he's down there and we're up here. The 2-1.
All you ask for
There
in
you
those
go.
situations is consistency.
Absolutely.
Call it the same, both sides, all at bats. Let the hitters adjust, let the pitchers adjust. Consistency is the name of the game when you're behind the plate.
2-2 coming from Staten. Swung on into left field. Past the outstretched arms of Miley Vollmer.
Treveri just getting enough of the bat on the ball to squeak that between short and third. Pretty hard hit. Seeing eye single into left field. Does extend the inning there with 2 outs.
That'll bring up Sydney Lutz. She is 1 for 1 with a double.
Yeah, her double to left field last inning was hit very square as well.
First one in there for a called strike. Treveri at first. She has 7 stolen bases on the year coming into the state tournament. All the stats we have for Canfield come in from before their game yesterday. The 0-1. Down low. Split at 1-1.
Thea doing a good job of not giving her anything good to hit at this point. Even though you do have 2 outs, because of the threat with each of these hitters, you don't want to give them the opportunity to put it in play.
That is swung on. That will go foul, out of play. And that wind again blowing from right to left. It was swirling in a little bit, but right now the flag pretty much standing straight out from right to left.
And I would say even since warm-ups, the breeze has increased tenfold. It feels like it's gone from 5 miles an hour up to maybe 10 or 12.
The 1-2. Rise ball gets away from her. And
I think they're going to say hit by pitch.
Okay. Well, that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs.
That was interesting there. I couldn't tell if she was looking to pull back her swing and it caught her on the wrist, or if, and she's motioning to her first base coach. It looked like it hit her on the top of the hand or the knuckles.
I think they're going to go out and have a little conference here as Coach Molina went out and wanted some clarification here. If it hit her, I mean, it was not a big hit at all. It's very hard to see.
If anything, I first thought it was a foul ball. The way Ella Voigt reacted behind the plate, she did not pop up as if it were a pass ball of any type.
No, they're going to say Lutz got hit, and that'll bring up Milena Toth, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Yep, so you got first and second here with Toth at the plate. Toth hitting .328 on the season. Did strike out in inning 1.
She shows bunt, pulls it back, and a called strike. Softball is so much different from baseball. In baseball, you wouldn't think about swinging or bunting at 2 strikes.
It's like you read my mind. 2 outs or 2 strikes. But right now you got your bunt coverage in play here defensively. Miley Vollmer has to creep in heavily here on each pitch from third base to hopefully secure that out if the bunt is dropped. Means our shortstop, Malanga, has to cover third.
That one is outside. Voigt set up outside. That makes the count 1-2. Trying to get her to chase.
The bunt no longer seems to be a threat.
Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Well, they got a hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They did leave 2 aboard, and we head to the top of the 3rd inning. The main stop scoreboard shows 3-0 in favor of the Canfield Cardinals. Going to take this timeout. Come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 3-0 in favor of Canfield. They had 2 more base runners in the last inning, but able to get out of the jam unscathed was Thea Staten, and it's going to be Yoder And then the top of the order with Amaya Langham again. Yoder, the center fielder.
Thea was able to secure her 4th strikeout of the game, and Melania Toth also, she has actually 5 strikeouts so far as we head into the top of the 3rd. And Marley Yoder, her job right now is do whatever it takes to get on base. We need base runners.
Yep.
We obviously don't need outs. Marley has a tremendous amount of speed, so we'll see if she can make contact here and find her way onto the base paths.
She's a slap hitter from the left side usually. First pitch inside.
Great discipline there by Yoder, hitting .365 on the season, held off on that. She was going to attempt a slap hit there, Chris, but was able to hold off on the pitch outside.
Next one, also outside. No, they're going to call that a strike. Talking with Tim Stride from the OHSAA, and he was asking about our team, and I said about Marley Yoder competing at state and wrestling. He goes, that's a unique combination, wrestling and softball.
I'd be curious to know how many wrestling softball combinations there are across the state now that you bring that up. It has to be less than 5.
Yeah, it has to be really low. And it's just amazing that Marley able to come back after that injury suffered at the state tournament this year. 1-2 to her. Called strike 3. She will sit down.
Yeah, that is incredible for Marley to come back. Anything to do with your hamstring just takes a painfully long amount of time. And for her to be able to bounce back into the season and contribute the way she has been phenomenal.
This will bring up Amaya Langham. She struck out to lead off the game. Top of the order here.
That was Melina Toth's 6th strikeout of the game. She'll be going for double digits as we approach further innings.
Called strike. Caught the outside corner.
Second time around, you want to try to extend the count as far as you can with Melina. Don't want to let her get into a groove. She's proven that she can make the pitch when she needs to. She's disciplined. She's found the strike zone.
That's swung on and missed by Langham. Langham got her first home run against Maumee, led off the game with that home run in the regional semifinal, and then got another one against Lexington in the regional final game. And that is a called strike 3. So 2 strikeouts here in the top of the 3rd inning, and that'll bring up Ella Boyd, who struck out as well her last time up.
You know, back to Amaya, that's an incredible story as a freshman. I asked her dad in passing, I said, how did she sleep that night? And he didn't know either. The only thing he could figure out is she had to come home and study for exams.
There you go. First pitch to Void is high, ball 1.
Ella's a workhorse, both behind the plate as catcher and while hitting. See if she can break the trend of Golden Bears not getting on base.
Yep, that's a ball as well. So head of the count here is Voigt at 2-0.
Center field shading to right center. Infield respecting Voigt for the small ball. Third base a little in.
That's swung on. Bouncing ball to second base. Over making the play is Lutz.
Nearly an overthrow there by the second baseman.
Nearly an overthrow. So that'll do it as the Golden Bears get out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left aboard. And so we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Canfield still leads Bryan on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Mark Rairigh here. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Lady Bears trail Canfield by a score of 3-0. Main stop scoreboard. Main stops open when you're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday. The main stops of Northwest Ohio going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Figueroa, Morel, and Ortiz batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And those were the 3 that had a very good
That's what I was just going to say. I mean, if you had to pick your poison, it would definitely not be these three right now for Thea Staten to face. But, second time around, she's going to also make her adjustments. And knowing that some contact was made, I know Figueroa drew the walk, which started out some of that inning and the ability for them to score some runs. But, Thea is, after that little conference at the plate there, I sensed a sense of calmness, or a conference at the mound, I should say, last inning. And I think, she's a competitor at heart. And she's going to find a way here to battle through the heart of this lineup.
All right, Figueroa walked, as you said.
See if we can get 3 quick outs, get back into the dugout, and let the sticks do some work.
First pitch to her outside, ball 1.
Golden Bears playing pretty much straight up in the field, respecting Figueroa. Again, she's a .476 hitter on the season.
Next one of her swung on, fouled back to the screen. Makes the count 1-1.
Thea being very cautious to give her anything over the heart of the plate. Has to respect the fact that she does have 10 home runs on the season.
Trying to work the corners, work a high-low, maybe take some speed off of it.
Figueroa stands fairly close to the plate. Tries to intimidate the opposing pitcher. Thea not backing down there.
Two-one coming. Swing and a miss.
Beautiful pitch there by Staten. Inside corner, great movement. Figueroa way off balance, timing way off. Brings up a 2-2 count.
The comeback, swung on, fouled, back, hits the roof, rolls off.
Staten has Figueroa guessing right now. That was a great job of fending off that pitch, but Thea still with a wide open arsenal here at 2-2.
And when you're down with 2 strikes, you got to do everything you can to protect that plate if you're the batter. 2-2, that is swung on. That is driven to center field. Yoder back and trips, can't make the grab. And a double for Figueroa. That is amazing it didn't go out. That went about as far as you could go in this place.
I think we have to thank our good friend the wind on that hit. Marley Yoder did her best to track that all the way back to the warning track. It hung high in the air, but you can see the wind, which is blowing slightly right to left, almost straight in at times, knocking that down, which caused it to land straight down on the warning track.
And Yoder tripped when she got to the warning track. And that'll bring up Faith Morrell, who was hit by a pitcher last time up.
Almost appeared Marley may have potentially lost that ball in the sun as it was making its way back down in its trajectory.
That was hard hit, though. Morrell looks to bunt. She puts one down. Staten over to Thiel. And advances the runner, but the sacrifice goes 1-3 on the putout.
Yeah, Morrell there with a beautiful sacrifice bunt. It's exactly what her job was to do, asked by her coach. Advance the runner to third, and now you have a threat here again.
Yep, Kaylee Ortiz, who doubled her first time up. She's 1 for 1. Pitch to her, swung on, over to Vollmer. She looks the runner back, throws over to first, and
great defensive play there by Vollmer. Fielded the ball cleanly, looked the runner back at third, had plenty of time to get the out at first base. And, the Golden Bears had to really respect Ortiz there. Ortiz was the one who did the damage early in the game with a bases clearing double.
This will be Marina Koenig. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and the sun definitely, clouds parting just a little bit, and the sun is out there. First pitch is high. Oh, they called that a strike. I'll take it.
We'll take that. And although we do have 2 outs, as we were noting, it's still a potential bunt situation here. Yep. Vollmer respecting that. Golden Bears just need to get this third out with no more damage done.
That's swung on. In foul territory, Voigt hustling. Comes over, can't make the grab. Nice effort there by Ella Voigt to chase that one down.
Yeah, fantastic effort there by Voigt. Approaching the fence there of the dugout. you know, the ball when it comes off the bat, the spin of it always brings it back towards the field. And she recognized that and stopped and saw that it was coming back into her, but right up against the fence, it just bounced off the glove. So we're back at it here with an 0-2 count.
0-2 swung on. She throws the bat at it into center field. That'll score a runner. And she did her job there, advancing the runner home.
Koenig, again, just making contact, allowing the speed of the pitch to come off the barrel of the bat, finding its way into the left center gap, unfortunately scoring the 4th run for Canfield.
That'll bring up Macy Kalina, the 8-hitter, with a runner at first, Koenig. 3 runs in the bottom of the first, 1 run here in the bottom of the third. All runs coming with 2 outs. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. For Bryan, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left to board. For Canfield, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, 3 left to board.
With her taking her first at bat to left field, Tabitha Taylor shielding the sun out of her eyes. Runner goes.
And the runner is in safely. Pitch was a ball.
Well, Canfield playing aggressive.
They are. They're swinging at everything.
Their approach at the plate,
yep.
Stealing first to second there. Now you have a runner in scoring position here, 2 outs. Right now what seems to be a commanding 4-0 lead.
That's swung on again to left field, coming over, making the grab in foul territory is Tabitha Taylor. That might have been in fair territory. That's close. But an out for Canfield. And they had 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left to board. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Bears still trail on the main stop scoreboard, 4-0. Back after this. Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Mark Rairigh here, and Canfield added another run there in the bottom of the 3rd inning that extends their lead on the main stop scoreboard to 4-0. Lady Bears will have Staten, Thiel, and Blevins up the heart of the order, and Bears have some work to do.
Well, definitely got some work to do, but the recipe for success is there as we come up with the heart of the order, leading it off with Staten. And we'll see if they get some timing down. You know, it's unique watching Melina Toth throw. Not too often do you see a pitcher, at least in my opinion, with an overhead windup in softball. And I think, you know, it is really throwing our hitters off with their timing, being able to read the ball coming out of her hands. It's a bit of a unique release too.
Yep.
So the release out of the hand to the glove is something we just need to find our timing and get our rhythm down with.
First pitch to Thea Staten is a strike. She singled to right fielder last time up.
If we can get ourselves into a position here where we can have a small ball threat, where we can have a stealing threat, make them make a play, that's going to allow us to creep our way back into this game.
Called strike 2, so 0-2 quickly to Staten. Swung on, back to the pitcher. This could be trouble. Second baseman comes in, doesn't have a play. And that'll be a little infield single to Staten.
That is just what the doctor ordered right there, to get your leadoff runner on, or leadoff hitter on, with Thea now going 2 for 2 at the plate. Brings up Kaylee Thiel. Now you have a little bit of a dual threat here. You got the deep ball threat with Kaylee and her power, but you also have the ability to potentially play a little small ball, try to advance some runners around.
Thiel got grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. First one to her, swung on, foul tip.
Thiel's timing on the pitch looks to be secure, just needs to find the barrel here and straighten one out. Canfield is respecting the potential bunt. Third baseman creeping in ever so slightly.
Next one, Thiel, a called strike. So 0-2 to Kaylee. Blevins is due up next.
Kaylee's in a position now where she needs to battle.
Swung on, left field, going back is Alexis Johnson, who will make the grab, and it's not deep enough to advance the runner. So Thiel is out with a left field.
Kaylee with a good swing on the ball there, just unfortunately right at the left fielder, who was playing the sun and the wind perfectly.
This will bring up Mackenzie Blevins, your designated player, and the 5-hitter. She walked her first time up.
Oh, it only takes one here with Mackenzie.
Yep. First one to her. High, ball 1. That's swung on, fouled back. She splits the count at 1 apiece.
Mackenzie has a good approach right now.
Yep.
Definitely looking to see if she can turn on that pitch. It was sliding just outside, so she was able to foul that off. Let's see if she can straighten one out here.
Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Wind blowing in now. That's swung on and fouled back. Catcher unable to find it.
Yeah, catcher got a late jump on the ball there. Foul ball was straight up over the catcher's head. Not too high, but landed before she recognized where that foul ball was.
The 2-2 line to first base. Didn't get the double play, though. Nice hustle play there by Kalina. And boy, oh boy.
That was great recognition there by both players, both the first baseman for Canfield and by Staten. Soft liner directly back to the first baseman. Tried to get the double play with the tag out after the catch, but Staten all over it, getting back to the bag just in the nick of time.
So that's 2 down now for Josie Arnold. Was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to her, swung on and missed.
With 2 outs right now, if we can just find a way to extend this inning, put the ball in play, allow Thea to advance bases, keep a little bit of a threat.
Outside.
On Toth.
Splits at 1-1. Yeah, Toth, it seems like she's not been challenged at all today.
No, she seems very comfortable on the mound, very much in control of the situation at all times.
Swung on and missed. Arnold with a big swing there.
And one thing she's doing, she's hitting her spots. If the catcher's glove is up on the outside or inside corner, high or low, she's definitely not making the catcher work too hard, hitting her spots, keeping the hitters off balance. Got to give her a lot of credit through 3 2/3 so far.
Josie turns and fouls that one off. Do it again at 1-2. Now at 2 strikes, you of course want to be anything close you got to make contact with.
Yep, right now you got to shorten your swing a little bit. Keep in mind that the umpire might be a little generous with a pitcher working this hard and proving that they're hitting their spots.
That one is out, so they're going to stay safe.
Both the pitcher and the catcher wanted that call.
The pitcher or the catcher appealed down to third. Josie tried to just slap one there.
Yeah, ball was a bit low. Good discipline there by Josie to hold off.
The 2-2. Swung on. Bounce to the pitcher. She'll get over to first base for the ground out. 1-3 on the put out, and the Lady Bears get a base runner, but can't advance her. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning with Canfield leading 4-0. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning with Canfield leading Bryan 4-0 on the main stop scoreboard. Canfield got on the board in a big way in the 1st inning, putting up 3 runs, and then another run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bears have put zeros across the board in the first 4 innings. When you look at the 2-pitcher comparison, Marlena Toth has 7 strikeouts on the evening, 2 hits and a walk. And Thea Staten has 4 strikeouts, 5 hits, and a walk, and a hit. She's hit 2 batsmen. So this will bring up Sammy Economist. She is the 9-hitter, and she struck out swinging her last time up.
Yeah, we're at 9-1-2 here in the lineup. See if we can get a quick out. But as we noted, there's just no easy out in this lineup, and she is proven to be a threat already in this game, making Thea work deep into the count, although she did strike out.
First pitch to her is a ball inside. That's the inside corner, so she brought it inside just a little, or closer to the plate just a little bit.
The late strike call almost got me there.
Yeah.
I was almost going to question that ball. Looked like it was directly down the middle.
That is swung on into foul territory. Voigt dove, couldn't get it. Nice effort there by Ella.
Yeah, full extension there by Voigt. Just couldn't quite get to that ball in foul territory over by the on-deck circle. Thea, again, finding herself in a situation. She's up 1 ball, 2 strikes here. She has every pitch at her availability. But, Canfield has found a way with 2 strikes to always get a piece of it, put the ball in play, and find the big hit.
That one is going to be a ball. That must have been low.
Yeah, just low and outside there. Thea took a lot of speed off that with a strong dropping action.
Swing, and they're going to say,
I believe they're going to call that foul ball. It was a similar situation to the hit by pitch a few batters ago. Batter was coming around. I believe it made contact either with the nub of the bat at the handle, or maybe just on the around the hands there. But we'll take the foul ball.
Count remains 2-2. Ooh, 3-2.
Just a bit low there.
Yep.
Staten does not want to see this at bat slip away with a walk.
Three-two offering, swung on, fouled back. Economist doing a good job to keep things alive. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming.
Yeah, she really battled there, and she did this in her last at-bat too. Just making Thea go deep in the count. That was an outstanding pitch by Thea, up and in. But Economist just found a way to get a piece of it, extend this at-bat, make her throw another pitch.
The payoff pitch again. Inside, ball 4. So Economist is aboard with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Jenna Treveri. She is 1 for 2 with a flyout and a single, both to left field.
So now with having the 4-0 advantage, Canfield has strong ability to play a lot of small ball here. We'll see with the top of the lineup coming up. Treveri does have speed on the base pass. She is a lefty. She can get out of the box quick. So we have Miley Vollmer already creeping in. Kaylee Thiel at first base creeping in, playing in tight.
First pitch is a called strike to Treveri.
Did not show a bunt on that first pitch, which actually surprised me with a runner on first here and no outs. As we're in the bottom of the 4th.
That one was high. Good job there by Ella Voigt to jump up and snag that one. A pass ball will advance the runner for sure.
Yeah, Thea on these last few pitches here really trying to increase his velocity and speed, trying to blow it past the hitters. Unfortunately, they're missing a little high.
Throw down to first. She's back safely. Pitch was called a ball. Makes the count 2-1.
Economist is on first base. No stolen bases on the season, but this would be a stealing situation for Canfield.
That is swung on. Blooped into right field. Tegan Blad makes the catch. One down.
Excellent read there by Blad.
Head back to first.
That ball was hit very hard by Treveri. Directly at Tegan Blad out there in right field. Able to get the ball quickly back into the infield, keep that runner at first base.
This will bring up Sydney Lutz. Lutz is the second baseman, and her last time up, she has doubled and hit by a pitch today, 1-for-1. First pitch down low, ball one. They go back to the first base, try to get Economist, and don't get her.
Definitely still a small ball situation here. Have to respect the possibility for a bunt and them trying to advance the runner. But Sydney hitting .372 on the season is a very strong contact hitter. 19 RBI. She puts the ball in play consistently.
Yep. She fouled one back there, third base side. You know, this Canfield lineup is just, again, we talked about top to bottom, you know, and they graduated quite a few people and are back again.
It is incredible. If you look at their season stats and what they've done, they are the total package from top to bottom.
And they're going to say she was hit by the pitch again. So the third hit by a pitch today for Thea Staten.
That's
Sydney. She only had 3 coming into it.
That's Sydney Lutz's second time getting on base and getting hit by a pitch.
And here's the batter that scares me, Milena Toth, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. But, you know, a .328 average, .405 on base percentage, and Coach Arnold is going to come out and have a chat with Thea Staten right here and the whole infield and talk about how they want to handle.
Yeah, this is a good call here. I mean, you've got 1 out, you got runners on first and second. You're already in the 4th inning, which this game just seems to be flying by.
Yep.
But we need to do anything we can to limit any further damage at this point. Just give Thea an opportunity to settle down, take a few deep breaths, let the infield collect themselves, go over some situations. Small ball is always a threat. But you have, your 3, 4, 5 coming up here, and Toth is a deep ball threat, so you got to make sure you're doing what you can to keep that ball in the infield at this point.
Home plate umpire George Goulos goes out to break it up.
You know, sometimes those meetings, you may not talk a whole lot of strategy because you know what the situation is. Just a mental break. And I think Thea may have needed that. She was showing a little frustration on the mound in that last at bat, especially after that hit by pitch. The second one for Lutz there.
Coach Arnold had some discussion with the umpire. I wonder if he thought he didn't get enough time out there.
I think there was some question, too, on the hit by pitch because I feel like that's the second time in this game where it could almost – it does appear as a foul ball almost, the way they're coming around.
First pitch, check swing. Runner did not – or the batter did not go. Runners at first and second. Sammy Economist is at second. Sydney Lutz at first. Swung on and missed. Economist got there by a walk, and Sydney Lutz got there on a hit by a pitch.
Yeah, what a beautiful pitch there by Staten.
Yep.
Outside corner, low and away. No chance. Even if the hitter makes contact with that, it's not going to go anywhere.
1-1. Off speed. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, Staten staying away. Obviously, the scouting report indicating that Toth may be able to turn on an inside pitch.
That is swung on foul. Nearly went into where the cameras are, but stayed in play.
Yeah, Thea staying away there again. Brings up a 2-2 count. Toth already with 2 strikeouts.
Thea'd like to get her here, too.
Yeah, I think
one down, bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Cardinals. Swung on, line to Vollmer, and they get a double play.
Just what the Bears ordered.
Oh, absolutely. That was beautiful.
Vollmer with an outstanding read on that line drive, and then having the anticipation right away to know the runner at second wanted to get to third, was getting a huge secondary lead, and able to double up with the inability of the runner to tag up at second base. So great job, double play, way to get out of the inning. Now let's get the sticks going.
That's right. No runs, no hits, no errors. They did leave a man aboard, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. The main stop scoreboard shows 4-0 in favor of Canfield. Back after this. Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 4-0, and the Bears got out of an inning with 2 base runners on a beautiful play. A line drive caught by Miley Vollmer, and then a quickly throw down to second to get the runner who was already going. And quick double play, and just what the doctor ordered, as you said.
Yeah, let's see if that defense now can carry over to some momentum on offense here. The sticks have been limited as we're coming up here with, well, you know, you see that how often in softball, in the game of baseball, where the fielder who just made the outstanding play is first up in the lineup.
Yep.
So let's see if Miley can carry that momentum forward and just find a way on base here and get some positive action going.
Turn some offense or some defense into offense. She struck out her first and only time up.
Toth so far with 6 strikeouts.
First one to her, swung on and missed. Miley wants to hit.
That was an aggressive approach. We'll take that. She knew that pitch was coming right her way, and she wanted to see if she could take that over the left field fence, but unfortunately did not make contact, so it brings up the 0-1.
That's a called strike, inside corner.
Again, Toth just finding a way to go up 0-2. I can't tell you how many hitters it feels like we're automatically at 0-2. It's like we're starting with an 0-2 count.
The 0-2 coming. High. 1-2.
Great discipline there by Miley. Being able to lay off that pitch. Very tempting as it's coming up and rising up towards the eye level.
Yep, it was at the face mask when it crossed the plate. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Got her swinging on the inside corner, and that'll bring up Tabitha Taylor, who also is 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Yeah, the bottom of our lineup here has struck out all 3 times against Melina Toth here, and let's see if we can change the direction that has been going.
Showing bunt and taking ball 1 is Taylor. And
I don't think there's a situation where Tabitha probably couldn't bunt. It
yeah,
feels like.
and you know, what's interesting is the way maybe to get around some of this is just to start bunting. You know what I mean?
If there's a way to put the ball in play, force them to make a play.
Yep.
You never know. Maybe you get an overthrow at first base, or maybe you get a bobble on the exchange.
2-0. And, you know, if you're going to strike out, which you've been doing very much, you know, get some contact and see, as you said, see what happens.
Yeah, at this
2-0.
point.
And that'll be a strike called.
At this point in the game, you just want to try to make them lose the momentum they have.
Yep.
Again, Toth hitting her spots, continuing to be very commanding in the circle. See if Tabitha can make some contact.
Swinging away, swing and miss. So she pulled the bunt sign off.
It's a great cut there by the senior.
Yep. Let's see what Tabitha can do here with 2-2. Shows bunt again now. She gets a bunt down. Coming over and making the grab is the third baseman, Economist. And that'll be 2 down. 5-3 on the putout.
Marley as well struck out in her first at bat as she steps up to the plate here.
2 down, and the Bears just need base runners. They have stranded 3 today. First one.
Yeah, at this point you start to get to this point in the game, deep into the game, and you know, if you're the head coach for Canfield, you're probably starting to count outs.
Yep.
You don't come into a game usually doing that, but when you're at 7 outs and you can sense that you're just starting to count those low numbers. You're trying to think a pitch or two ahead of what Coach Molina might be trying to do with hitters at the plate, but at the same time, you're just trying to keep the pedal to the metal and just work one out at a time here to see if you can secure that championship.
The 0-2. Got her swinging. So for the Bears, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left aboard, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Canfield looking to add to their 4-0 lead. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
I got her with 9 strikeouts after 5.
Yep.
15.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Canfield comes to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Up 4-0. Canfield 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. 5 left aboard. Bryan, no runs on 2 hits. No errors. 3 left aboard. And when you look at Canfield, it plated 4 runs and also left 5 stranded.
Yeah, you know, the big difference in this game, go back to that first inning. They got bases loaded. They got a key double into the left center field gap. Bases clearing at the time with 2 outs, so the runners were on the move. Thea really has settled in after that. They did squeak that 1 run in beyond that. But, you know, just take away 1 swing of the bat, and we're at a 1-0 game probably.
Yep. Figueroa, Morel, and Ortiz. First pitch to Figueroa is a called strike. Figueroa has 1 for 1 with a walk and a double.
Yeah, and a big double at that. That was the one to center field, deep to Marley Yoder on the warning track. And I think the wind helped us keep that ball in the park.
Called strike 2, off-speed pitch.
Figueroa has proven even with an 0-2 count, there's no pitch that really can't get past
absolutely.
her. There's a reason she's second-team All-State. She's proven that she is as advertised.
Swung on and missed, and she's a sophomore. Oh, they say she got a piece of that. Foul ball.
Yeah, you know, that's incredible. You know, you have 2 sophomores doing it out here, both getting selected for All-State team selections and, you know, proving their worth out here. I mean, Thea is out here battling against, quite arguably, you know, one of the top 2 teams in the state.
Strike 3 called. And 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Thea was able to win that battle, so that's a big confidence boost here in the 5th inning.
So that'll bring up Faith Morel. Morel, your right fielder, she's 0 for with a hit by a pitch and a sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, she had a beautiful sac bunt her last at bat to advance the runner in a scoring position. That did help allow that 4th run for Canfield to score.
Rise ball is up high, ball 1.
Faith is another hitter where you have to respect the deep ball.
Swung on, fouled back. Hits the top of the dugout and will roll.
You know, with all these hitters, you look at where the outfield's playing for the Golden Bears and you make those adjustments based on who's up to bat, but usually we're staying very deep, even though the wind is blowing in for the most part or right to left at times. Our outfield has to play deep, which then allows some of those lesser hit balls to drop in front of you, and you have some bloop singles or some line drives that seem to find the turf before they normally would.
1 and 2, called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts looking here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This will bring up Kaylee Ortiz, who's 1 for 2 with that big double to left field and then a ground out her last time up.
Yeah, Kaylee Ortiz, that big double, scoring 3 runs. 3 RBI so far in the game. See if we can get her to end this inning for us.
Staten works quickly, swung on and missed.
Ortiz, a .339 hitter. Does have 10 strikeouts, 18 RBI, 9 doubles. Does have a home run in the season.
Catches outside, makes it 1 and 2. 2 down here, bottom of the 5th inning. That one comes upstairs. 2-1.
Thea really hitting her spots this inning. Making it easy for Ella Voigt back there. Seems to have confidence where the ball's going.
Outside corner for a called strike. Or excuse me, inside corner.
Yeah, good mix there by Thea.
Working the rise ball, also working the corners. 2-1 offering, swung on a miss. Took something off of it. 3 strikeouts in the bottom of the 5th inning, and now the offense needs to go to work. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, Bryan trails Canfield 4-0 on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Top of the order for the Golden Bears. The main stop scoreboard shows 4-0 in favor of Canfield. Main stops open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday, the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Amaya Langham, Ella Voigt, and Thea Staten to lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. And
we gotta find a way to eliminate these Ks on our scorecards, because Malanga Toth is just, she's racked up 9 of them so far, and there's in essence 6 outs to go in this game. And obviously we need base runners, we need runs. So let's see if we can put the barrel of the bat on the ball this inning and make her work a little bit.
Let's see what Amaya Langham can do here. She's struck out twice today.
Top of the order for the Bears is right where we want it.
That ball was low.
We'll take that call, because that I think that squeezed Malanga just a little bit there. But if Amaya can work the count, get us in position to put some pressure on this defense.
1-0. Swung on, turned on it, fouled, out of play, third base side.
I like the aggressive approach there by Amaya. She definitely has a different mental approach in this at bat, and I think, obviously our backs are against the wall, so we have to make sure we are doing what we can to make the play, to make the hit.
That is swung on. Again, she fouls it back.
Again, same good aggressive approach. Malanga Toth is probably sensing that, though. Might look to go off speed here, try to get Amaya out in front of a pitch.
The pitch inside.
Good discipline there on that rise. But that rise ball has been eating us alive since the start of this game. So great discipline there by Amaya.
2-2 coming. Swung on, popped up in foul territory. The first baseman goes in and makes the grab.
Yeah, Kalina there, the first baseman, really stuck with that ball high. Foul ball in foul territory over near the dugout, between the dugout and the on-deck circle, and battling the wind. And unfortunately, that's the first out of the inning here in the top of the 6th for the Golden Bears.
This will bring up Ella Voigt. Voigt is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Wind picking up just a little bit. First pitch to Ella. Down low, ball 1.
Yeah, Ella was able to put the ball in play in her last at bat over to second base. Let's see if she can find a hole here.
High, 2-0.
Malanga is continuing to impress. I mean, she's, in my opinion, probably gaining a little bit of velocity deeper into the game that we go right now.
That is swung on, fouled back to the screen for Voigt. Got a little piece of it.
It's amazing how her and Thea both have
Yep.
Such a combination of speed, but it's the off speed. And when they need it, they can keep a hitter off balance at any given moment. Incredible talent, incredible discipline.
You don't become a Buffalo commit for nothing.
That is 100% true.
Backed Voigt back. That makes it 3-1.
Hey, we'll probably see that name, being in the MAC. And,
Yep.
with Toledo and BG so local.
Yep.
Probably not the last time we're going to hear the name Malanga Toth.
Nope.
In the Northwest Ohio area.
The 3-1. Voigt will take the base with the walk. Oh,
that's exactly what we needed there.
Yep.
Great at bat by Ella. Fans are getting a little more engaged. We've got a base runner. That's our first base runner in quite some time.
Yep. This brings up Thea Staten, who has singled twice, once past the pitcher and once to right field.
Yeah, Thea 2 for 2 on the day. Let's see if she can keep that streak alive.
Swung on and missed the first one. Well, the Bears hitters are going up there to swing.
Yeah, it's a totally different approach this inning.
Yep.
You can definitely sense the urgency to make something happen. I'm sure Coach Molina had a little chat with him.
Yep.
As we got back in the dugout.
That is swung on, coming over and making the grab in center field is Jenna Treveri, and there are 2 down.
Yeah, unfortunately on that hit there, the way the wind is just continuing to get stronger and stronger into our faces here. Got up in the air, hung up in the air long enough for the center fielder to make a kind of a can of corn catch running through the ball.
This will bring up Kaylee Thiel.
Thiel is a deep ball threat. If she can turn on one down the left field line here, it's going to carry with this wind.
First one is foul.
Yep, we're calling that foul ball. Must have just gotten a piece of that on the outside corner.
I said that with a question mark because the last couple of times he made that gesture, they were hit by pitch.
Yes, exactly.
And so I thought maybe Thea, or thought maybe Kaylee got one.
I'm pretty certain that's what some of the discussion was with Coach Arnold and Coach Molina during a huddle at the mound a few innings ago. The foul ball motion on some hit by pitches.
1-1 the count to Thiel. She happens to get aboard. Mackenzie Blevins would be up next. Swung on. Quick little to the pitcher, and she gets over, and they get out of it.
Yeah, Thiel with a swinging bunt motion there, right back to the pitcher. Pitcher made a great play. Great stretch by the first baseman, Macy Kalina, to get the 3rd out of the inning, and that brings us to the bottom of the 6th.
Yep. For the Bears, no runs, no hits, no errors. They did leave one aboard. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Canfield leads 4-0 over the Bryan Lady Bears. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The scoreboard just went out, but it shows Canfield and Bryan. I think the Golden Bear fans want that to come back on and have a different result.
Yeah, if it could show either 1-1 or 0-0, we'll take that.
Absolutely. So at Firestone Stadium, see what they're doing here. And they got it back up. They're putting the 4 runs back up.
Oh,
darn it. Well,
we had our hopes high there for a few moments.
We did. Bottom of the 6th inning. Canfield 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, 5 left aboard. For Bryan, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 4 left aboard.
Yeah, Canfield at the plate here. I mean, obviously they're going to feel very relaxed. They have a 4-0 lead. They're down to needing 3 outs to close out this game. So they're going to be a little looser at the plate. See if Thea can take advantage of that and get them to make contact with some pitches that they should not be swinging at.
Koenig looks in. She swings. Bloops one to center field. Marley Yoder comes in and makes it. So quick out, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 out is exactly what we need. We need to get back in the dugout and get the sticks in our hands.
This will bring up Macy Kalina. And she's 0 for 2 with a fly out and another fly out. Kalina has gone to center field and left field. First pitch to her, called strike.
Yeah, Kalina consistently hitting the ball in the air today. See if Thea tries to work down in the zone. See if she can get her to beat the ball on the ground.
Fouled back, 0-2.
Kalina being very aggressive at the plate. Down 0-2. 1 out here in the 6th. You can sense that Canfield might be a little eager just to get back out on the field.
Swung on, fouled off. First base side. Keeps it 0-2.
You know, as you watch a foul ball trail over the first base fence there, or the first baseline fence, what a crowd today.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the semifinals drew a large following yesterday, but today's is
short stop to first base. A little bouncer to Maya Langham. 6-3 on the putout. There's 2 down.
Yeah, today's crowd is, you know, in the bleachers out towards left and right. Not everyone was trying to sit in the shade like they were yesterday. They're spread out into the areas that have sun on them still.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter. Number 23 is in the game. 23 is Jessica Schugert.
And that'll be in place of Sammy Economos. That's in the 9 spot.
Yep. First pitch to her.
Number 23 is Jessica Schugart.
Yep.
She's hitting 158 on the season.
Next one to her is high. Makes it 2-0. Interesting to do a pinch hit for the number 9 hitter, up 4-0.
Yeah, I was trying to look up what age she might be. The potential is she's a senior.
Swung on and missed, I can tell you that.
Big lefty there in the box. Took a big hack at that pitch from Thea State.
She is a senior, that's probably why.
That's a good move by the coach. I mean,
yep.
You're in a situation, you're up 4-0. Have a senior who's probably contributed a lot of time and energy over the years. Probably been a role model for some of the younger players. Maybe hasn't quite seen the field as much as she wanted to.
Called strike on the outside corner.
So to work her into a game of this status at this level, something she'll remember, definitely for the rest of her lifetime.
High, 3-2. Feel like a lot of Canfield's work has come with 2 outs.
Oh,
like a disproportionate amount.
Most definitely, and I would say even with 2 strikes.
Yep.
The way the Canfield batters at the plate have just continued to make Thea work.
Swung on and missed. So, well, down to the final 3 outs here. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left aboard, and we head to the top of the 7th inning. Bears have some work to do as they trail 4-0 on the main stop scoreboard. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Bears are up to their final 3 outs here as they trail Canfield 4-0. Mackenzie Blevins, Josie Arnold, and Miley Vollmer scheduled to hit. And I tell you what, you know, when you think about this Canfield team is the real deal. Golden Bears have worked hard, got further than any team in state in school history. First time to the state Final Four, and they got a little taste of it now, and that's only going to help your program.
Yeah, when you're in a game of this status, obviously the competition is going to be stiff, and Canfield has lived up to their hype. They've lived up to the stats that they have on paper. They've lived up to some of the records they've been setting. When you look at the lineup, as we've been noting all day, the strength of the lineup from top to bottom, the pitcher continuing to hit her spots, continuing to gain velocity here, even in the 7th inning. Now they know they only need 3 outs to close out a historic season, a historic run with some of these individuals they have.
Mackenzie Blevins grounds over to third base, 1 down.
It's a situation when you're the Golden Bears. Sometimes it's a life lesson. You have to tip your cap. We've done nothing in the way we've played today's game to beat ourselves. We haven't overextended innings by committing errors. We haven't made major mistakes. We're just playing a very, very solid softball team that has proven against nearly every opponent that this is what they do. They find a way to win a game.
Called strike to Arnold on the outside corner. Neither team has had an error tonight, so.
And that's all you can ask for. You don't want that to be the determining factor in a game.
Nope. And that one looked like to be in the same place, but he called that one a ball, so that makes it 1-1. Still looking to keep this alive. Excuse me there.
I was just going to say, still a lot of youth on our softball team. What an experience for them to carry forward. Reaching this level. Now the standard and the bar has been set. Now as they take the younger players under their wing and they prepare in the offseason for next year, you've got this experience. You've got a taste of what this is like. You always have this etched in the back of your mind that, hey, there's a certain level of play it takes to get here, and you just continue to teach that and play at that level in your league games, in your non-league games, and maybe a spring trip that you have. So there's only good that comes from making it this far, and there's nothing to be disappointed about if the outcome does not go your way.
Arnold has a 1-2 count. Makes contact, fouls it off.
Josie's still trying for a slap hit there, trying to catch the defense on their heels, especially on the left side over there by third base and shortstop. And, crazy things have happened, Chris. We've got 1 out. Softball's a game. It's never over till it's over.
Arnold makes contact. Second baseman will pick it up, though. 2 down. 4-3 on the putouts. Well, it's down to Miley Vollmer. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It only takes 1.
It only takes 1, and anything you can do to prolong this game at this point is a win for us.
Canfield fans are feeling it. First pitch to Vollmer, swung on and missed.
Good aggressive approach there by Miley. But I do want to talk about Melina Toth here just for a second. Coming into the game, over 800 career strikeouts, 298 strikeouts to start this game on the season, and she's only added to that total. She continues to hit her spots here, even with an 0-2 count in the final strike of the game remaining. She's been outstanding from start to finish, composed, and I got the sense she commanded the game. She definitely had the presence on the mound. Her team respected her pace.
Vollmer lasers one down the the first base line and knocks it out of play, so she stays alive.
And the defense here, they're just thinking, how can I make sure I make this final play for this pitcher who's worked so hard?
Strike 3 called. Canfield wins the state championship. The Bryan Lady Bears runners up. And that's tough, but got to feel good about getting here. And I know you have to head down to the field to present some awards, so I appreciate you filling in today.
Yes.
Great job.
Chris, what an outstanding season these girls had. Truly leaders in the school, in the community, the seniors who have given so much. We were talking about their historic run. To have the presence to be here, to get another team to this level, like I was just saying a few moments ago, only good comes from this. And I know we're disappointed about the final outcome on the scoreboard, but this is an outstanding accomplishment. This is setting the standard of excellence that everyone strives for. And the girls have nothing to be disappointed about. Coach Molina and her staff and the team and all the fans and parents, congratulations to them and kudos to them for all of their efforts. And it's just outstanding to see such a successful run and successful season and great individuals leading the cause.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, all right, we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have stats. We're going to do a 60-second timeout back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Chris Malanga here with you. Mark Rairigh had to go down and present awards down on the field. He did a great job filling in today as color commentator, so we thank him for doing that. And Canfield victorious by a score of 4-0. And Lady Bears finish runner-up, a place nobody thought they would get to the state tournament. And they will finish the season off at 22-6. And the careers of the seniors on this team are over, but much optimism about who's left. Lots of freshmen. Want to congratulate those seniors: Tegan Blad, Kaylee Thiel, Marley Yoder, Emily Hess, Ella Voigt, Tabitha Taylor. Just tough way to end it for Canfield. So we'll get some stats here for you, and we're going to present we're going to have the trophy presentation as well here, as the Golden Bears are going to receive the runner-up trophy and some medals here. So we will just keep this one right here for now. Marlena Toth is just as advertised. She had 10 strikeouts on the night, only gave up 2 hits, and the Golden Bears unable to find an answer for her. And here's what we got. Treveri was 1 for 3. Lutz was 1 for 1 with a run score. Thomas 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Figueroa was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, a walk, strikeout. Morelli was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ortiz was 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs, that big double, and a strikeout. Koenig was 1 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. Kalina 0 for 3. Economist 0 for 1. And Sugar 0 for 1. Both of those two had a strikeout. Thea Staten gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 of them were earned. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 3 hit by a pitch. For the Lady Bears, Langham 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Ella Voigt 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Thea Staten was 2 for 3. Mackenzie Blevins was 0 for 2 with a walk. Josie Arnold was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Miley Balmer was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Tabitha Taylor was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Marley Yoder was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So we are going to get our trophy presentation here. And by the way, Todd, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field where we will recognize the Division II state runner-up, the Golden Bears from Bryan High School.
All right, so Nathan Keel will be presenting the awards here, and we'll recognize all these girls one more time. Annalisa McCoy-Martinez, Caitlin Nago, also a senior. I forgot to mention her early on. Claire Stever, Emily Hess, the senior. Miley Mason, Josie Arnold, Amaya Langham, Ella Voigt, the senior, Tegan Blad, made a great catch in right field today. Marley Yoder, Thea Staten, the sophomore pitcher, she'll be back. Tabitha Taylor, the senior left fielder. Miley Vollmer, the sophomore. Kaylee Thiel, the other senior. And Mackenzie Blevins. All the Lady Bears should feel very proud about how they did today and all season. To get to the state finals is really hard to imagine, and not very many teams do it. Now the coaching staff being recognized: Hillary Staten, Brian Arnold, Paula Fry, Samantha Molina, Alyssa Neiswanger, the trainer, and Coach Molina now getting a big round of applause from all the Bryan faithful here. Gets a hug from Nathan Keel, and now we're going to hear from Tim Streed. Will also present the runner-up trophy here for the Golden Bears.
What a time to be a Golden Bear. Over the last couple years, we've seen some of these young ladies and others that are sitting up there make your school's first trip to the girls basketball state tournament. We've got a wrestling state tournament qualifier over here. And now this weekend, the Golden Bears are making their first trip to the softball state tournament in school history. I don't think y'all are stopping here. I think you're going to keep on building on your success because of what you accomplished this season, and because of all the support that we see up there from not only Bryan, but all of Williams County sitting up here rooting you on this weekend. This is Doug Ute. He's the Executive Director of the OHSA. It's my honor to give Bryan the Division II State Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations.
Bryan Lady Bears getting the state runner-up trophy here at Akron's Firestone Stadium. And it's a bittersweet moment, but these Lady Bears have made history, especially these seniors. 11 NWOL championships. Among them, 3 in soccer, 4 in basketball, 3 in softball. Lady Bears, state runners-up here in the 2024 OHSAA tournament. All right, well, we want to thank you for following us all season long. Want to thank our sponsors here on Q96.5. They include Andrews O'Neill Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Krill Funeral Services, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler and Brininger, and Starks Plumbing and Heating. Want to thank our board op back at WQCT, Rick Armentrout. And we also want to thank Mark Rairigh, who filled in today, and I just have to say, Lady Bears, Lady Bear Nation, Purple Wave, it has been an honor calling these girls' games this year. This is our 9th softball game we called on the Golden Bears Sports Network, and it has been a joy to call, and we just look forward to what these ladies can do in the future. And just a big shout out to the Purple Wave that were with these girls all season long, and the crowd that showed up today. You are to be commended. One final time this school year. For all of us at the Golden Bears Sports Network, I'm Chris Malanga. See you this fall for football. Again, your final score, Canfield 4, Bryan 0. Have a great night, everybody.